65 million years ago, when the world was a different place, one brave bird gave up wings for flippers and has never looked back. 18 species of penguin have gone on to become masters of sea and land. Now, from the greatest penguin colonies on Earth, new science reveals there's more to them than we ever imagined.
It's good.
Their bird brains might be brilliant.
No way. They're working as a team. That's one of the best things I've ever seen in nature.
Bravery. Their superpower. And here, in Antarctica,
there we go!
The coldest place on Earth.
Good luck, little penguins.
As the emperor penguin's world melts beneath their feet.
Come on, little chick.
The untold story of a new generation of chicks reveals how their bonds with family and friends
Surely they can't be thinking of going off there.
shape their destiny. Every year, when winter begins, the sea around Antarctica freezes over, creating a vast platform of ice. Here, 20,000 emperor penguins come ashore to raise a family. Emperor chicks are the only animals who grow up through the coldest, darkest winter on the planet. But that's just the beginning of their story. Winter's over, and this chick is now 5 months old. Her parents have kept her safe and well fed. But now, they must leave. Returning to the ocean to eat and gain strength, to do it all again next year. National Geographic Explorer and award-winning cinematographer Bertie Gregory is living with the colony and documenting how this year's chicks will face this defining milestone
Oh, yum. Make the most of that meal, buddy. Because the next one you're going to have to get yourself. Poor chick. I mean, imagine being fed your entire life by mum and dad, and then all of a sudden they say, now we're going to stop, and by the way, your next meal is 30 miles that way in the middle of the ocean. You're on your own.
She doesn't yet know they won't be coming back, but she seems to sense something's up. Although she'll likely never see her parents again, they've prepared her for this from the beginning.
It's the biggest moment in their young lives. Together, they're going to have to figure out how to get to the sea, how to hunt for themselves, how to be a penguin. And that's becoming harder every year. Oh. There's an absolute little tiddler just here. It's teeny tiny, it's so much smaller than the other chicks. I'm actually surprised the chick that small has been left alone. I mean, maybe his parents didn't make it back from an earlier fishing trip. And while he is very, very cute because he's so small, I'm really worried because there's a big storm that's forecast to roll in. And he's so much more vulnerable than the bigger chicks. Makes my heart hurt. This wind's starting to crank up. It is getting really cold. I've lost that tiny little chick. I don't know where it's gone.
Adults survive storms by huddling together to keep warm. But most are gone, and the chicks are spread out, rapidly losing body heat into the air. They'll make it through if they remember they need to move and help each other.
It's really interesting as this wind starts to build. A lot of the chicks that before were kind of scattered around, and as the wind builds, they're all gravitating together. Just like their parents, the chicks are forming their very own huddle. I've spotted the teeny tiny little chick on his own on the edge of the group. Come on, little chick. Well done. Well, he's managed to get himself surrounded by some bigger chicks. His parents might have gone, but his friends are standing by him. I just hope this rookie huddle is going to be enough to keep them all alive. Yeah. This is getting dangerous for us now. Good luck, little penguins. Oh, I really hope that little chick's okay. Oh no. Poor little thing. That is heartbreaking. Looking at the size, this one does look a little bigger than that really small one. Must have just been stuck out here alone. Oh, it's just so sad, not just for the chick, but you know, the parents, the amount of effort that goes into raising each of these chicks. Oh, well, that little chick sadly hasn't made it. I'm very relieved that most of them have. And together, these chicks have overcome that big challenge. No way. The little chick has made it through the storm. What an absolute little trooper. And those other bigger chicks huddling around the little one helped him get through. Oh, well done.
But this isn't the only relationship they'll rely on. Bertie and the team are discovering the Emperor's entire existence depends on their ability to forge connections. And it all starts with their parents. At 4 years old, this young empress is done growing up. Now she's back home, and she's got 9 months to try and raise a family before the platform of ice melts away again. She's equipped for the challenge. At 4 feet, emperors are the tallest and strongest penguins, but her success depends on something deeper. Emperors don't mate for life, but she'll still have to form one of the strongest bonds in nature. And she's found someone with potential. Like some songbirds, emperors can produce 2 sounds at once, giving each a unique voice. They're learning each other's to show they're serious. But emperor couples don't just communicate with their voices. They're playing copycat. It's their way of saying, "You can count on me." The next stage of courtship is a little less graceful. In just 2 weeks, they'll face the first big test of their relationship. Raising chicks through the Antarctic winter is so hard. Emperors only lay 1 egg a year, the size of a grapefruit. And in this society, it's the fathers who look after them until they hatch. Keeping the egg off the ice in a featherless patch called a brood pouch. But getting it from mom to dad tests their collaboration and trust. If the egg spends much more than 60 seconds on the ice, the chick inside will die. For the young empress, there's still no sign of an egg. But as the couple waits, the National Geographic team captures behavior never filmed before. A clue to how emperors master the handover. they practice. It's a sign of their shared commitment to getting this right. If the real thing does arrive, her first egg. It's time for Dad to step up so she can go eat. He's got to read her body language. That means I'm ready. Like now? Practice pays off. The life of their firstborn is now in his hands. Feet. She must trust him with their egg for 2 months as she regains her strength at sea. When she returns, the resilience of their bond will make or break their family's future. Until then, he'll rely on a different alliance. A ritual as ancient as the emperors themselves. For 6 weeks, the father-to-be hasn't eaten or even laid down to sleep, protecting his precious egg. But now, they face their biggest challenge yet. As the wind rushes off the ice shelf onto the sea ice, it accelerates to 120 miles an hour, creating what's known as a katabatic storm. It's minus 54 degrees, and there's only one way he and his unborn chick will survive. He must join 5,000 other fathers in a huddle. They've been practicing for this since they were chicks. It's one of nature's greatest spectacles. But we're just beginning to understand its mysterious power. They must stand as close together as possible, with only the tips of their feathers touching. Each penguin's feathers act like insulation, trapping in a layer of warm air. If they press against each other, that warmth is lost. But if they stand just millimeters apart, the heat is shared between them. The middle can reach 99 degrees. But it's the dynamics of the huddle that reveal an extraordinary truth about emperor society. The fathers move in waves. And they're not pushing to the center to keep themselves alive. They're shuffling away. Step by step. So even late arrivals, like Dad, get their turn in the warmth. Because each takes only what they need, they all win. It means these dads might keep a whole generation alive by sharing through the coldest, darkest winter on the planet. With the help of the Brotherhood, the young emperor has made it through the winter. And so has his daughter. She could fit in a teacup. With a voice that would shatter one. She needs food that only her mother can deliver. Exactly how is still a mystery, but after around 2 months at sea, a hormonal change tells emperor mothers it's time to come home. They return with a meal within just days of their chicks hatching. A voice he knows. Hers. But can she identify his? She has the rare ability to filter out the cacophony of 20,000 voices to isolate just one. He has not let her down. Her parents' partnership has kept her alive. But she won't be able to rely on them forever. And the team captures a clue how they'll prepare her for independence. Scientists believe it's possible that at just 2 weeks old, the chicks are already being encouraged to make friends. Their mothers bring them face to face. Perhaps so they can learn to communicate the emperor way. Even seeming to mimic each other as adults do. It's a mommy and me class. And the Empress has brought her daughter. She's a little shy. But Mom knows how important this will be. At a month old, she's starting to stand on her own 2 feet. With a little help from Mom. By 2 months, she's ready for daycare. She's making the bond she'll need for the rest of her life. They will stick together. Like it or not. Winter is nearly over, and soon she'll rely on them to keep her alive. The chicks are now 5 months old. Their parents have gone, and they've begun their own journey to the sea in search of a meal.
Their drive is unbelievable. And it's not just this lot. There are groups of chicks everywhere making their way to the sea.
Bertie's been tracking this tiny chick and his friends since they survived the storm.
The chicks really are growing up fast. They've started this amazing transformation where they molt. You know, that grey fluffy coat is amazing for keeping warm on the ice, but it's completely useless in the water. They need to lose it and get their adult feathers ready for their first swim.
They're following the oldest and most confident of the group. An internal compass takes their brave leader north. But they've run into trouble. As our climate warms, the sea ice is breaking apart earlier, melting beneath them before they're ready. If their baby feathers get too wet, they can drag the chicks underwater and drown them.
This is really difficult to watch. They are fighting for their lives. Go on.
The only world the leader's ever known is crumbling beneath her. Waiting for the tiny chick is becoming dangerous. He's struggling to keep up. With the ice melting rapidly, they're all at risk. The leader does something no emperor chick should ever have to do. Leave their friend behind. The others make it onto stable ice. The little chick isn't finished yet. His friends are in sight. Together again.
Just when I think these penguins have hit their limit, they do something extraordinary.
After 3 more days of marching, most of the chicks have reached the sea. They've lost enough baby feathers, and they're ready for their first swim. But in the scramble to reach solid ice, the leader has taken a wrong path. And other groups have followed.
What on earth is going on here?
Hundreds of chicks are stuck on a towering shelf of ice.
That cliff has got to be 40, 50 feet high. What was that? It's killer whales. We've got killer whales. Well, fortunately for these penguins, the killer whales look like they're moving on.
But now, the ice is cracking. A huge crevasse is opening up behind them. One last time, the leader steps forward.
I can't believe it. She's made it. You know, we've seen that these chicks stick together. So I think a lot are going to start to jump. Here they go, here they go. Those first brave jumpers are giving the rest the confidence to follow. Some of them are even trying to flap their wings. I had no idea that the chicks would be able to make such a giant leap and then happily swim off together into the Southern Ocean. I really hope that tiny chick is in there somewhere.
In a world that's changing fast, emperors face an uncertain future. They'll rely more than ever on the bonds they form with family and friends.
Good luck, little penguins.